The following program contains graphic images that may be disturbing. Parents are advised that these images may not be suitable for young children.
Janet is a mother of two who thought she had a zit, but after it exploded and started to bleed, she saw a doctor and was diagnosed with both basal and squamous cell carcinoma. She's now cancer-free and joins us via Skype. So good to have you on the show, Janet. We're sorry you've been through all this, but also happy that you were able to get the correct diagnosis. What happened after you got that initial diagnosis?
Well, after that initial diagnosis, I was sent to a Mohs surgeon, and he did a removal, which left a dime-sized hole down to the cartilage on the side of my nose. And from there, I went to a plastic surgeon. They did what they referred to as a forehead flap. They basically cut a piece of skin, turn it around, attach a vein. So I looked very sci-fi for about 3 weeks until that removal. And now I am 6 months out from that removal. And most people cannot tell. I can still see it just a little bit, but most people cannot tell. It was really amazing.
You look phenomenal. What a great result.
And kudos to your treating physicians. But, Jan, we have to have a little take home here, make this a teaching point. I mean, you are a self-admitted tanning addict, at least in your past, correct?
Yes, I am the person that when I was 16, I begged my mother, please sign a permission slip so I can go to the tanning bed. And I'm that person. Before I go on vacation, I go to the tanning bed. And it never really occurred to me how much I tan until I got that diagnosis. And then I really stepped back. I was like, wow, I probably tan and out in the sun way more than I thought.
Well, and that's typically the way it works. It's that unprotected UV rays that we get when we're younger, unprotected tanning that leads to the development of skin cancer years later. And very common, when you get skin cancer on the face, they use this technique that you described, Mohs surgery. And what is it? It's chemosurgery. It's just a very precise way of removing all of the tissue that's involved with the cancer, but without removing healthy tissue. So it's the most precise way to do it, accepted way. Unfortunately, it left you with that defect, but
cancer-free, and that's important. And I'm curious, really quickly, Janet, when we started talking about your scenario, we talked about you popping a zit on your nose, and was it obvious that this was different than your normal mole or pimple?
Yes, it bled a lot. I remember when it popped, I was just like, wow, that's bleeding. And 3 weeks later, I still had a scab that if that scab came off, it would continue to bleed. And that's when my husband's like, that's not right. You know, you need to go to the doctor. And I'm like, oh, great, I'm going to go to the doctor. And they're going to be like, dummy, that's a pimple. But it wasn't.
That's one of the key takeaways, that if you have something that continues to grow, you've had it several weeks, and you know, we have A, B, C, D, E evolving. This thing just would not heal on its own. Form a scab, you'd pick it, it'd bleed again. That raises the red flag, something like that. You need to get a diagnosis.
And you're using your experience to help others now, correct?
Yes, I am. And what's really cool is I worked with the local cancer center, and we have put in 5 free to the public sunscreen dispensers at a local zoo here in Oklahoma City, which is really cool.
Oh, I love it. Well, Janet, we are so happy that you're doing well and that you're promoting awareness when it comes to wearing sunscreen. Best of luck in all of your future endeavors. And people watching at home, if you want some skin cancer warning signs that you need to know, we're going to have those on our website, thedoctorstv.com. Really impressive result from that skin flap.
Excellent.
6 months
I mean,
out.
she is a super, and that's a big, big surgery. They create a flap on the forehead, they rotate it, they let it heal, then you have to cut the flap after it's taken on the nose, put it back on the forehead. Very involved, but she looks wonderful. But take homes, obviously, protect yourself from the sun. That's the single biggest thing you can do to prevent skin cancer. Wear that 30 at least. Make sure you use a shot glass full. Make sure you reapply. Wear those sunglasses. Wear that hat. Avoid those hours of the day where the sun is at its
Good
most
advice. And if you're
intense.
worried, get it checked out sooner rather than later.